compelling characters, and what makes and keeps a character compelling? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is uniqueness and distinction. When you're crafting a character, primarily, and I think essentially, your main character, your protagonist in your story, well, you're going to want to make them unique. You're going to want to make them so distinct and so different and so one of a kind that it's impossible not to follow after them. I mean, if you think about the great characters in literature that have compelled you to read those novels or those stories time and time and time again, it's because of the unique distinction. The next thing is there needs to be some compelling feature about that character. There needs to be at least one, but perhaps multiple compelling features about your character. You've got to be able to imagine something that is so out of the ordinary, out of the balance of what is normative, that all of a sudden the reader gets connected because they're intrigued by that. There's that word intrigue again. So unique, then there has to be this unique, this distinction, and then this feature that is really unlike anything else. Next, you need to have a fatal flaw. Every great character, every great hero, every great, driving force in a story has got this flaw, this gnaw in their soul that is both, their weight, the thing that keeps them down, but it's also the thing that gives them the energy, the punch, and the push to go forward. The next thing I think about distinctive and compelling characters is they have to be inclusive. They have to have this ability, this welcome, this fabric about them that just really envelops the reader and brings the reader in, and because that character does other characters into the story and make their pathway simpler for them. Present. Now, as a writer, we can do all kinds of things and we can use all kinds of techniques, but I like for my main character to be present, meaning I like them to be really visible in the story. Now, the idea is that the hint, that the scent of that main character has to be present in just about everything that goes on in the novel. I like that. The next thing is proof text. When you're building your main character, you have to give them some substance. You have to prove to the reader why they're heroic. And there's lots of ways that we do that as writers and authors and novelists and storytellers. History. C.S. Lewis said, great fiction is really based on history. Your job as a novelist, a storyteller, a writer, a crafter of tales is to build a history. Those are some of the big ideas I keep in my head, and they're always kind of mumbling around and speaking to me when I'm writing and doing my work as a novelist. So find out about what we do, connect with us and engage with us as it makes sense for you. I'm Steve Bonenberger. This is Writers and Creatives. Travel far.